Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to my channel. Hope you are great. Disclaimer: this video reflects my personal opinions and commentary. It is not intended to harass, harm, or defame any individual. Content is for discussions and educational purposes. So I came across this video of Jamaicans really being pissed at Chinese. What happened? It seems like Chinese built a hotel in Jamaica, right? And still do not let them come into the establishment. I remember something like this happened in 2022, if I am not mistaken. But then I am seeing that this particular video is like 7 hours ago, which means there is another recent one that happened. And I am asking, how is it even possible that you build something in a country? I mean, in another country entirely, right? That you are not even a citizen and decided that you are going to segregate the people, the indigents, the locals of that same place, not to be able to access the place only for probably white people and all that. You guys know that that is completely racism. You guys know that. And for the government that sit and watch something like this happen, you guys are actually you guys are the biggest part of the problem, because how did you guys sit, like, watch under your eyes and your nose, see something going wrong, and you guys are not addressing it? This is not okay. I will never tolerate something like this. Let's get into this video.
I don't care what nobody say. I love how Jamaica handle business. Listen to me. If Jamaicans don't want somebody doing something, they're not doing it. There's none of that racist bullshit doing that shit. No. I've heard so many stories from the Jamaicans while I was there about, like, the not governor, what is it called? The ambassador? Not an ambassador. I seriously cannot remember what Charles is called. I think, no, not a queen. President? I cannot remember what it's called. I'm blanking on the word. But because I've heard about the corruption in y'all government, and it's terrifying. Like, Jesus Christ. They'll come somewhere and try to build something which is eliminating people's land, their houses, farms, and shit like that they own. And Jamaicans will just come together as a community and stop that shit by any means necessary. You want to know all the horror stories I've heard about when somebody's child get kidnapped, or if there's a predator out there? Oh my God. I don't even seriously think I could talk about it on TikTok without getting the sound or the video took. Like, Jamaicans handle business. They freed they damn self from slavery. They weren't waiting on no white Jesus or no savior. They saw slavery as something they didn't want to be a part of. And you know what they did? They freed they damn self. Why do you think they got, is it Freedom Park or not Freedom? I swear I'm blanking on some of the names today. I just woke up, but Jamaicans know which park I'm talking about, right? It is a huge park that has nothing but monuments to the freedom of slavery and their black leaders and the people that did what was necessary for them to be free. When I was in Jamaica, I'll never forget. It was a waterfall. And for some reason, it overflowed and was running across the road. Like, on the side of the road, there was like this giant waterfall coming down and it overflowed. You know what people did? They turned it into a tourist attraction. Just like that. It was people out there selling jerk chicken. It was people out there with fruit carts and stuff like that. There was people out there taking showers and baths in it. The news came out there, reported it, and just went home. It's still there. Nothing happened to it. And I love that. Like, when Jamaicans want something done, they're going to get that shit done. I don't care what nobody say. They will come together as a community to get some shit done. That is something that I absolutely love and respect about Jamaicans, because I don't care what nobody say. You don't mess with kids. None of that robbing and stealing bullshit, because if you go too far, they gonna go further. They get shit done sometime before the police. The police have to come down and save you half of the time. I'm like, it's beautiful how they stand their ground on whatever the fuck they believe in as a community.
I've been searching online to find some type of articles about what I'm about to say, but I haven't seen any article. I've just been seeing videos on social. But if this is true, like, I'm not mad at the Jamaican people. Apparently, there's a Chinese hotel that was only allowing Chinese people and white people in that hotel. And guess what? The Jamaican people burn it down because what the fuck you mean? You're on their land, right? You're in a place where the majority of people are black. And you build a hotel that you're not giving them access to. You use their resources. You're using their beautiful beaches and views and all these great things, but you don't want to give them access to it, but you're on their land. How does that make sense? Especially if a person of color, a Chinese hotel, when did that become a superior? What's up with the thirstiness of the white people? You are on their land using their resources, probably using their people to build that damn hotel, and you're not granting them access, and you're surprised they burn it down? Like, babes, no. Like, I'm proud of them. Shoot, like other countries should take notes. USA. Because what do you mean? You're on their land using their resources and you're not giving them access to a hotel. Who the f do you think you are? It's 2026. Grow up. Like, people are thinking like their color of their skin is giving them some type of power. Is sickening. It's a mental illness. Grow the fuck up. I don't understand it. Like, when did you think it was superior to anyone? Fuck out of my face.
Hey guys, so I posted a video last week talking about, the Jamaicans burned this racist hotel down because they did not want any black people to checked into their hotel. So it happened in Port Antonio, Jamaica, and the people who did it was some Caucasian and some Chinese. So they built an hotel, and also they sectioned a piece of the private beach and said that they did not want any black people to be included. So they just kind of like, yep, we're gonna do our own thing. We're gonna section off a piece of the beach, and we're gonna just build an hotel. We're gonna use these black people to help us build the hotel, and then we're gonna say they're not included. Oh yeah, so the Jamaican was like, we're not having it, so we're gonna burn it down. And that's exactly what happened. So I do have a video of the fire, and I also want to let you guys know it happened in Port Antonio. I know most of you guys have questions. I can't answer all of you guys at once, so please bear with me. I'll try my very best to kind of, answer as much. The Jamaicans burned this racist hotel down.
Hey, me just have a question. Now watch me here. Me cut off my lock, so me I try and navigate through this short here thing. How Chinese man go come to Jamaica and build hotel and say black people can't come there? That's why them burn it down. Me no condone violence, but Jamaicans, anytime them come to Jamaica with this foolishness, we need to burn down everything. Because they want to turn Jamaica into one new America, in our new UK, in our new China, in our new Western world, where white man and Chinese man and everybody except melanated people are run shit. Anytime they come to Jamaica with this bullshit, we need to stand firm. Don't sit down and take it, Jamaicans. You hear me? Don't sit down and take it, because if we allow them to do this, first they must start with the hotels, then they must start with the big industrial sectors, and then they must start talk about say we can't go this and we can't. You can't tell we what we do in a free country. Jamaica, we born and grow. You're a visitor. You hear that? You're a visitor. And no matter how the politician them hyping up and telling us and you can't do this and you can't do that, guess what? We have something called community justice. And if we no piss we off enough, we are gonna react. We're not like, sorry, me not bash Americans or whatever, but we're not like Americans where we are gonna just complain. We with Black Road, we bun tire, and we cause problem. Here? Don't come to Jamaica, can't tell me about black people can't use free God-given rights in a free country. Can't use hotel, can't use beach, can't use what next? Can't use hospital. You gotta have special hospital just for black people now. Come on, man.
Well, y'all know I ain't condoning nothing, but hey, them is what you call some real Alkabulians. They ain't playing. We can't come in. Well, come on outside then. That's right. Come outside. If we can't come in, you come outside. Come outside. Where's that cat picture, y'all? Put it up. Come outside.
I'm not saying the activity that occurred in this video is good or that it should be applauded, but I will say I understand. In Port Antonio, Jamaica, this hotel was burnt to the ground because the owners of the hotel basically put a policy saying that no Jamaicans could stay there. Only Chinese and Caucasian guests were allowed to stay and utilize the private beach. Now, it should be clarified that the owners of the hotel are not Jamaican themselves and are believed, I don't know for sure, but are believed to be Chinese investors from, China. Anyways, here's the video.
that was. My weak man.
Now, I'm not saying what they did was correct, but if you know Jamaicans, they do not take ish like that. So what do y'all think? Were they right or wrong? Also, it should be noted that not a single person was hurt or injured in this incident, to my knowledge. If someone has other knowledge, feel free to put it down in the comments. Anyways, follow for more. Appreciate you.
So, Asians and Europeans opened up a hotel. Well, they built and opened a hotel in Jamaica and discriminated against the locals. And that being said, and that being the word, going on in Jamaica, they burned the hotel to the ground. And I just want to say this. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you open up a hotel in a country or island and that's full of black people and still discriminate against them? That's stupid. That's like me opening up a restaurant in China or Korea or any country in Asia and said no Asians allowed. Doesn't that say something? You guys are constantly trying to single out black people everywhere you go. You're gonna do it in their own land? It's like y'all just asking for it. Y'all just asking for it. Y'all asking to be burnt. You're asking for your stuff to be burned down and be torn apart. And I gotta say, I was satisfied. This is what we need. This is actually what we need. You are not going to go into somebody else's country and disrespect them. Okay, you guys are just constantly exploiting people, but you really don't give a shit about them. You don't give a shit. You don't give a shit about them. You only give a shit about yourself. Remember, you guys wouldn't even be there if it weren't for them anyway. Y'all can at least showing some appreciation, and showing some respect and courtesy. Like what the fuck is wrong with you? Now you guys got what you deserve. You're asking for it. You can't go into somebody else's country and disrespect them like that. Okay? That shit has to stop, and it's going to stop. Shout out to Jamaica. You guys earn my respect. Shout out to all my brothers out there that's fighting against oppression and racism, man. That's what we're still fighting for today. That's what we need, stuff like this, okay? Although I don't condone violence, but you guys are finally doing something. Well, you guys have been doing something, so I'm just saying. So yeah, shout out to them. So yeah, shout out to my brothers in Jamaica and shout out to my brothers all over the world, man. That's fighting this bullshit. Okay, you're not gonna keep disrespecting us. That's first and foremost. All right. So, let me know in the comments what y'all think, and hit me up, follow me, like, subscribe. Peace out.
Chinese hotel burnt down, set ablaze by Jamaicans after denying access to the beach that was reserved for Chinese and white Jamaicans, or white people and Chinese people. Let me say that, even though out of many one people. Like, what if we the other them a play, the dark skinned ones? Who are you? And we not promote or support violence, but when you hear them violent act, them arsenia, it makes sense. We understand. I'm sure the whole diaspora, neighboring islands are proud of Jamaicans, all the time. And one thing with Jamaicans, when you start to do too much, you go feel it. Remember what them tell you, from history? All of the bad slave them, or Jamaica them send them. So if you not think, some of us don't have our ancestors' blood running through our veins still, sad mistake. Nobody never tell you, Jamaicans not frightened for nobody. No matter who. Hear that.
There is strife and problems in Jamaica as a alleged Chinese hotel that was blocking local people's access to the beach has now been set ablaze. We don't know the full stories as to how and what has gone on behind it, but it is alleged that a Chinese hotel is torched by Jamaican nationals after being denied access to the local beach and resort reserved only for white white Jamaicans and Chinese citizens inside Jamaica. Now, having seen what's gone on inside South Africa and how they are pushing out about migrants in the country, Jamaica has been very chilled about the removal of access to its own beaches, which is constitutionally, I believe, in Jamaica, something that should be protected. But private companies have bought every single seafront, and they are now preventing actual local Jamaicans from having beach. And if you think about Jamaica, you think beach, mountains. So if you can't access the beach, that's a massive deal for local people. And it's something that the Jamaican government is going to have to figure out a real strategy for. What they do not want is that local businesses or international businesses who are set up in Jamaica feel like it's not safe because they're completely sold every single part of the beachfront properties available in Jamaica. Tell me what you think. If you have more information locally, please share, because, you know, it means a lot to us as our people.
Jamaican
Ladies and
burned down the
gentlemen, boys and girls,
Chinese
from here the
hotel
voice and
wicked.
also try chopper style. Today I want to talk about an excited video, but still it's heartbroken because we couldn't believe that the country would allow certain things to happen. Me I talk about Jamaica and the hotel will get burned down where the Chinese man them build, and I said them only want Chinese people to come at the hotel. They don't want no Jamaica and the black people to come there. Only Chinese and Caucasian people. What a audacity, people. We don't see them take with a clown, we don't see them a style, we don't see them take with like say we have some little little mongrel dog. And them a pit bull and Doberman and German Shepherd. And what them take with her. But look what them choose to go build it to. Them choose to build it in the bad slave them place, in the maroon them place. You know so one of the bad maroon them they go forward out of the hill and forward down there and burn down that. People, me know so when me talk my words them not go in vain because me say action. You know see when me tell you about the wharf for them build down there and them get away with it. See? So now them are going to build Chinese school, we don't know who can go. Chinese hospital, we don't know who can go. Chinese road, who can't drive bad. It's going to be everything segregated for Chinese, then they must start teach them Mandarin or whatever language them speak. And they must start teach it to our kids. Why do they teach it to our kids? Because we are going to become the slave of them system. We are going to be the one that clean them hotel, clean them bathroom. And that we are going to do that for, but still we can't spend a night in them hotel there. We are going to work at them Chinese people here and still cannot afford to live in a nothing like where them live. Chinese people them come to Jamaica with a plan, you know. Me don't want to think that this is a joke thing. It's a systematical plan when you see them come and do certain things. But we Jamaican are rebellious slave. We not going to sit down and accept everything. We accept little thing for a little bit a while and watch and see what you do. But after a while, if things not change, Jamaican are going to change it for themselves. They are going to step in and do things. Watch a video and tell me what you think about that video. Because me know in my heart, say it's a bad maroon from upper compound or maroon town. Forward down at this and burn down that, because guess what happened? The maroon them now stand up and watch that. Maroon are dead. We just spread out amongst the people them. Just like how you have some people who are spying at the community. Them amongst we sell we out. Or so we there right now, the maroon people them there in the community and protect the community. So don't feel like say them are going to win. Them can't win. Them only are going to build up them places and waste them money, because we're not going to see more of them infrastructure here. I burn down to the ground. We're not going to see more of them infrastructure here. I get damaged. You hear me I say to you?
Port of Jamaica, all right, they own the port, is owned by the Chinese. Exactly. If another race owns your port, that means they control what's coming in. They control what's going out. What about the drugs? What about the guns? What about the COVID? You don't know what them people bringing in. And you mean to tell me that the Chinese care so much about Jamaican people that they're not going to educate our kids and take care of their health? Chinese don't care about black folks. Go to China. Go to China and see how they treat black people in China. So to me, what I think this is the government of Jamaica, like so many African governments, so many other Caribbean governments have done. They've gotten in bed financially with the Chinese. The Chinese have studied the way the white man has practiced neocolonialism throughout Africa. And the Chinese has learned that these black leaders don't really care about their people. They're all about their pocket. So I'm going to do what the white man did, but I'm going to do it one time better. I'm going to offer them double the money. You let me take over this land right here. I'll get the white man offering you $1 million. I'm offering you $3 million. And I'm going to build you a retirement home. And I'm going to pay for all your kids to go to college in China. You follow what I'm saying? And I'm going to give you a private military. So the Chinese have basically become neocolonialists 2.0. They're outdoing the Europeans. You follow me? And they're giving Caribbean and African leaders offers that they can't refuse. And guess what? When you abdicate on that loan that they give you, because all this is loans. These are not handouts. It's all loans. When you abdicate on the loan in that contract, you have to give them large concessions of land and large concessions of your economy. There's an African country right now. Is it Uganda? There is an African country who defaulted on their loan to the Chinese and they now own their national airport. I forget which, they own the airport now because they couldn't pay back the loan. The Chinese know what they're doing. The main port.
I saw a hotel burn down in Jamaica because Jamaican cannot access it. And I'm thinking back on my head if that is actually true or false. Because over the years, investors have been coming to Jamaica building properties. And once Jamaican have the money, they can be on those properties. No matter what it is, apartment, hotel, guest house, whatever, villa, whatever. Once the Jamaican have the money, they can access it or access it regardless. So let me know if this actually true. Any mainstream media confirm this news? Cause I do not know what these hotel owners are thinking if it's true that they can build a hotel in Jamaica and Jamaican do not allow to be in the hotel. That me hear something like that happen in Africa before, so I know it's not impossible, but it just a one-off thing when you get punished and when you set an example. And if it's true that they deny access to Jamaicans, then if it burn down, I will know the person there who own it, the CEO, and burn down in business them and remove the business them from the country. It's simple as that. Like if you know the owner, any business the owner own, it can't stay a Jamaican either. Any shares you have business, like you have to sell a share because the business there if you get targeted. Any business you have shares are own, like high percentage shares are own the business. That business if you get boycott or tear down if no Jamaican have shares in it. If a Jamaican have shares in it, you get boycott until they sell the shares. Or if no Jamaican have shares in a
So
business.
from this video, man, I remember this, this is 7 hours ago, like from the comment section. And I remember one happened also in 2022, if I am not mistaken, right? Like, I don't understand, but the audacity of people is really wild. Audacity of foreigners in another country is crazy because it is me as a person traveling to let's say Kenya, right? Kenya is still African country, but let me use it as example. Or I travel to what country am I gonna use? Okay, let me use Dubai. Let me use Dubai as a country, right? Okay, as a state in United Arab Emirates. So I went to Dubai. I traveled to Dubai to start a business, and then it is like a huge business that should I say, yeah, that anybody can actually walk in and do what they want to do. But then I decided that the people like the Emirati, right? They are being called Emirati. The Emiratis are not welcome, that they can't come in there to shop or something. I hope you know that that business will close down the same day. I hope you know that. I think this is the closest example that I can give. Say what now? Say what now? Say what now? See, Jamaicans, If this is what you did, this video does not any violence or anything, and nobody was hurt in the process of making the video or the process of trying to, nobody was hurt. But one thing I know for sure is that there is nothing as beautiful as protecting your territory, because it is from 1 feet in that the rest of the body will come in. People do not understand boundaries. And also, I am going to ask this: why all this were happening? Did the government not know about it? Because sometimes the government are actually the biggest problem of citizens. The government are the ones that make citizens' life really very harder, because they see all this happening and they don't do anything. And then when you fight, you actually become the problem when you are trying to protect yourself. It is not like the business is not, if the business is open for every damn person, because that is how a business should be. You can't come to my country and at the same time discriminate me. I think there was a time something like this happened in Nigeria. It was rumored that there is is it a restaurant? Not a restaurant. I think a Chinese store that only allows Chinese into it. And then people started agitating, and I think it was shut down immediately. It was shut down, and I think it was investigated, and they found out that it was, I don't know, but like that. There was a time something like this was rumored in Nigeria too. See, I am never ever giving anybody the opportunity or the chance to come into my country and and segregate. Okay, it's more like segregating. I mean, if you are coming to start business, it's normal, because locals will also have jobs and all that. But in a situation whereby the locals also cannot get into the establishment, that is where the problem starts. I mean, this is not okay, and nobody should normalize something like this. Bye for now.